Gothic architecture is a style of architecture that flourished during the high and late medieval period. This wonderful style originated in 12th century France and lasted into the 16th century. The term Gothic architecture was first used by Giorgio Vasari in 1530. During that time, it was used to describe a style as rude and barbaric, just as the Goths. It is in the great churches and cathedrals that Gothic architecture was expressed most powerfully, so this is why when Gothic architecture is brought to mind, this image forms. And Gothic Cathedral is a landmark in its town, rising above all the domestic structures and styles using columns, pointed ribbed vaults, flying buttresses, pinnacles, tall spires, or pointed Valerian arches to achieve the majesty and height of the building. The height was achieved most dramatically by the Bévis Cathedral, located in Bévis, France, which had an internal vault height of 48 meters, or 157 feet. The Salisbury Cathedral has the tallest spire in the world at 160 meters, or 520 feet, located in Ulm, Germany. Gothic architecture is intended to create a powerful impression on the viewer, almost demonstrating a might of God. The two most famous examples of this include Westminster Abbey and the Notre Dame Cathedral. Westminster Abbey, or the Collegiate Church of St. Peter's at Westminster, was begun in 1245 by Henry III. The architect was greatly influenced by the new cathedrals at Reims, Amiens, and Chartres, borrowing the ideas of an apse which radicating chapels using the characteristic of Gothic features of pointed arches, ribbed vaults, rose windows, and a flying buttress. The Abbey is the greatest Gothic vault in England, nearly 102 feet. The construction of the Notre Dame Cathedral began in 1163 during the reign of Louis VII. Numerous architects worked on the building of the cathedral, which is shown by the different styles and the different heights of the west front towers. The towers were finished around 1245, and the cathedral was finally completed around 1345. In 1793, the cathedral fell victim to the French Revolution. Many sculptures and treasures were destroyed or plundered. The cathedral had many stained glass windows and many gargoyles, both two important parts of Gothic architecture. The stained glass in the building are utilized for lighting the cathedral, and the gargoyles to act as waterspouts. In the late 1740s, Gothic-style architecture came back as a Gothic revival. Its popularity grew rapidly in the 19th century, when architects sought to revive the medieval Gothic look. Located in Tarrytown, New York, fairly close to our area, is a great example of Gothic revival architecture, is the Lyndhurst Mansion, designed in 1838 by Alexander Jackson Davis. The house has been notably owned by the New York City Mayor William Paulding Jr. and railroad tycoon Jay Gould.